be talking over the next few days with the moon, where she's at, where she's transiting, what phase she's in, and then also as a reflector, we have our own personal moon transit. So this is how the moon transits through gates, and every reflector is different. Every reflector will have their own personal moon transit, and it'll be in rhythm to them. So no moon transit for reflectors will ever be the same. So for today, my gates that the moon's transiting through is gate 60 and gate 41. So if you're a reflector, today the moon may not be transiting through these gates for you. So it may be different gates. But as I go through, I'm just going to be talking about what each gate is. We'll be talking about the moon, what phase she's in, the zodiac sign that the moon's transiting through, and then the theme. So not a collective theme, an overall energy for me as a reflector for today. So we are Wednesday the 29th. Again, I am, as a reflector, the cosmic mirror. So I'm here to sample and reflect the collective truth. The moon, so I've got all my beautiful notes. So the moon, we are in the midst of going from new moon to full moon. So that phase is called a waxing phase. We are entering into a first quarter tomorrow, and that is the midway point between the new moon and the full moon. So it's a really good halfway point to reflect and to see where we are. So the phase between a new moon and the first quarter is a waxing crescent. Then when it gets to the first quarter, it'll go from a first quarter to the full moon. So then that is a waxing gibbous. So let's continue. So we are in the waxing crescent phase, which is all about building momentum. This is the early growth, and it's like that first visible light. The moon is gone from being dark, being new, and the light is starting to increase. Today, the moon is transiting from Capricorn. So Capricorn was all about small discipline action, foundation, creating structure. Okay, so again, the Capricorn is very patient, it's very deep, it's very practical. So today the moon transits from Capricorn into Aquarius, and so Aquarius is liberation, it's innovation, it's rebellion with a cause. So going into the gates, so which I'm transiting through gate 60 and gate 41 today. So gate 60 is limitation. This is in the root center. So our root center is pressure. Limitation, the gate limitation is also like acceptance. Then we go into gate 41, which is contraction. And again, this is in the root center, so pressure. So today there is a lot of pressure for me. So how does this kind of evolve into an overall energy? So as I said, both gates are in the root center, so this is pressure. So in this, when we're starting to add all these energies together, it is a pressure to begin, a pressure to grow, to do something. But the invitation isn't about acting quickly. So again, we're in the waxing crescent, so we're building momentum, okay? We want to be able to feel what the collective is pressurizing or or pressuring you toward, and decide what's actually aligned. So when the moon hits gate 60, we tend to feel tension between limit and freedom. But when it's paired with Aquarius, so the energy of Aquarius, this tension becomes the fuel for innovation. So if this is where we start asking things like, if I can't do it that way, or if it's not working for me that way, then how else might it work? So again, we're not in a stage or a phase of taking action. We're still in this growing phase. So this is still about building the momentum. It's early growth, okay? For me, this may feel like a deep pressure to break free from what's no longer sustainable, okay? And then if we look back at yesterday being in Capricorn, that was all about structure and foundation. Now we're trying to, there's this pressure that I'm feeling inside where I want to break free from what's no longer sustainable within routines, within business, within systems, self-expression. It's about not fighting boundaries, okay? Because we use boundaries as a clarity tool. So it shows us where structure actually supports freedom. So another great question to ask is, what limits are actually containers for my next evolution? Okay, so now talking about gate 41. So gate 41 is contraction. It's like the decrease. So this is the beginning of this is about the contraction before creation, okay? This is the pressure to imagine, to dream, to start the next story. This is, you may feel like a lot of stuff starts to download. You start getting these amazing ideas. Again, this isn't taking action. We are in this state of imagine, of dreaming. So when we have these images, downloads, messages coming through, and something may, really grasp your attention, you're like, oh, that's really amazing. Dream about it. Imagine. See where that takes you. Because as you start to imagine it more, as you try and imagine it in your reality, it may take you down a journey that you're not 100% confident or in alignment with. So that's why dreaming and getting caught up in that state of contemplation and imagining is very, very useful, especially for reflectors. So this is about the seed before the sprout, okay? This is where the waxing crescent, the moon phase, is really mirroring that, because it's that first shimmer of potential. So again, dream it, don't rush it. So this is the state where I am with these two gates. This energy, we're talking within the waxing crescent phase of the moon, and also it is in the Aquarius. I'm also still within my bleed, so my inner cycle is still all about that rest, okay? I'm still getting a lot of ideas coming through. Historically, I would be like, oh, taking action, how can I make this work? Trying to break it all apart and try and force it, okay? But we're not here to force things. We can sit in this state of dreaming and imagining and have play with it and see where it goes. Journal about it, voice note it, see what comes out when you're not forcing it, but you're just in flow with it. So as I said, let your imagination feed your next idea. Don't force clarity. It's still in that germination stage. Reflect, journal, voice note your visions. So today, especially as a 5-2 reflector, this reminds me the limits I hold are a part of my leadership. So it's about saying less and embodying more. And this is a big, I feel like overarching energy for the collective as well. It's about, you don't need to do more. You don't need to say more. You just need to embody it. You know, you can sit there and learn and study and consume, but when are you going to step into the embodiment? When are you going to step into the creator? I put a poll up on my Instagram story today in regards to, that consumer consciousness versus the creator consciousness. And I was just, really just trying to see if people understand what a consumer consciousness is versus the creator consciousness. And I'm going to go off a little bit topic here, but I have gone down every fucking rabbit hole possible. Okay, hands up, call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever, but I like to go out and do my research. I like to go down and do those deep dives down all the fucking rabbit holes and make my own mind up about how I feel about things. And there might be something that my friend might send to me and she hard out believes in that, and then I'll be like, yeah, and vice versa. But the thing is that I actually realized how caught up I was in the consumer consciousness. I would doom scroll. I'd get my phone to come on to, check a message, and next minute I'm there and I'm just consuming. And then what happens when you consume? You start to compare. Then you're comparing with other people. You're comparing accounts. You're comparing where people are in their life, or how come they've got $100 million in their bank account and I've only got 100. We end up just consuming too much. And when you think about it, a person who is stuck in their consumer consciousness isn't taking action. And that is what, again, call me a conspiracist, the governments, the higher powers, everything, that is what they want, is they want you to be stuck in this consumer consciousness. So you're just sitting there wanting to consume the information, thinking that, reading everything, thinking that you're being the first one to see a reel or see something that's going to help you, but it's not. It's just going to keep you stuck, because then your ego is just wanting to consume because it's the easy way. Embodiment is fucking hard. Embodiment is the hardest thing that you can do. So when you're stepping out of this consumer consciousness into a creator consciousness, it's a huge fight between the ego and your higher self. So coming into creator mode, and again, I'm not just talking about like social media or content or anything like that. I'm talking about creating your life, creating your reality, creating the joy, the love, the peace that you want. Don't get stuck with consuming all the bad. Like, yeah, I know what's happening in this world, and I'm not blind to it, but I'm not putting my energy, I'm not giving my energy to something I can't control. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would I want to sit in that space of consuming all that when I can start creating a parallel universe to that, which is more in line with what I want? I want peace. I want love. I want everyone to look at everyone and accept everyone as they are in themselves, So there's a lot of stuff that I want to happen within this world, but yeah, you've got to make sure that you are not getting stuck in that consumer consciousness. You've got to get into creating, into embodying it. So yeah, anyway, coming back. So I'm, so as I was saying, to say less, embody more. I'm refining. I'm not rushing. I'm refining. I'm not rushing clarity. I'm letting it mature. Okay. And so again, when you try and force clarity, it causes chaos. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to find clarity and all you're feeling is this constriction, chaos, chill the fuck out. Go take, I saw this I saw this one reel, and she does 20 burpees. The moment that she feels she's triggered, she's gonna react, she feels consumed, she just fucking drops and gives herself 20 burpees. I haven't started that, but I think that's such a cool idea. Just to, again, get yourself out of your mind and into your body. My imagination activates when I withdraw and don't force things. Don't force words. I let it incubate. When it's ready, it will roll out effortlessly. So again, you can, if we were to look at creating content and showing up online, if you're sitting there and you're trying to say something and it's just not coming out, it's not making sense, it's because it's not ready. You need to sit on it more. Wait for that clarity. Wait for that, I know what I want to talk about. And trust me, it's taken me years to get to this. I've sat there thinking, I'm going to be a divine feminine coach. Bro, I didn't even know what to fucking say. I don't know anything about, I do, but you know what I mean? And now that I know my human design, excuse me, let me just, I got my blocked tear duct, so I do cry out of this eye a lot. Anyway, so because I'm a reflector, I did get stuck into this consuming side of it. I just wanted to know about what a reflector is and learn and blah, blah, blah. Amazing. There is a time for that, but don't get stuck in it. I'm now sitting in this embodiment. I'm creating. I am a creator of me, of a reflector. I'm embodying me as a reflector. I'm going through, I'm learning all my transits. I'm doing the deep dives, but into me, not into a PDF resource about a manifestor's idea of a reflector. You know what I mean? So when things start to roll out effortlessly, it's your natural gift that's emerging. So Aquarius is about detaching from the noise. Emotional objectivity and innovation are heightened. So innovation comes through clarity, not chaos. So again, I just said that before. So if the world feels noisy, take that as a sign to pull back your energy back to your own, back into your own frequency before expressing it. So again, I honor the limits that give birth to my next dream. I innovate within structure. I imagine what's coming without force. I am stillness before the creation. Okay? So especially with gate 41, that contraction. So again, when you feel that contraction, it's that release of creation that's coming. I'm really fucking enjoying this. I am loving this. I love talking about it. I love coming and then editing these videos and then putting them into little clips for Instagram. I love just talking about everything, and I just love the moon. I love being a reflector, but again, I'm not a reflector. Isn't just me. I'm Carrie. I'm a reflector. I'm a mum. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a partner. I'm a best friend. You know what I mean? It's just because I say that I'm a reflector, I'm not claiming that as a whole entirety of me. I am me with the layers, a layer of reflectiveness. So I'm the cosmic mirror, here to sample and reflect the collective truth. And I fucking love that. I love that for me. I love everything about this. And you've just got to, especially if you are sensitive, if you are a reflector, if you have a huge connection to the moon, you know, follow her phases and you'll find your purpose. Simple as that. But other than that, again, I have my astro calendar, which is available. So this here follows the actual zodiac signs, the seasons. So it starts in Aries seasons and it reflects our modern day calendar. So we're in Scorpio season. Today is Wednesday the 29th, which we are currently in the 7th day of Scorpio. This reflects all the transits, like the moon transiting through the signs. So, where are we? There we are. I can't do this backwards. So we were in Capricorn and we're transiting through into Aquarius, and then this little box here is for your inner flow, your inner cycle, or just something that you want to track. So I'm still on my period, so put a little P there for period. And again, it shows the moon phases. You've got this cool little code down here, and then a little brief description of that zodiac month. So again, we just have to, you know, we've got all these energies, and as a reflector, you've got to become aware of it. You know, we've got our own personal inner cycle. Then out of that, we've got the moon transiting through the signs. Then we've got the moon transiting through the gates. Then we've got the seasons. Okay, so we've got not just that, but we've got like the months. We've got the zodiac months. We've then got eclipse seasons. We've got the monthly portals. We have what else? Equinoxes, solstices, etc. So we've got all these energies that affect us, and especially as reflectors. So anyway, I can't wait to do the next one. If you loved this, then please subscribe. If you're viewing this on Instagram, make sure that you're following along. And, you know, if you're a reflector, I would love for you to comment below and tell me your experience, because again, this is my perspective. And so the more that I can hear that from other reflectors, whether it resonates or not, is beautiful, and it's powerful. But yes, so just remember that, you know, this isn't for everyone. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Follow along, subscribe. Other than that, I hope you're having a magical day, and I'm just sending you so much love.